Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
And we representing right here. I want to take this time to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Concord Sports Pros. Remember, if you're a junior or a senior in high school, you're playing football, you want to play college football and have it paid for, hit us up. csportspros.com. Again, that website is csportspros.com, and schedule a free consultation and check it out. And hey, you never know. A lot of times you just need a little push, a little help flying under that radar. We want to thank Concord Sports for this sponsoring this segment. Now, I did tell y'all we had a mystery guest, right? I usually do a little spill and tell y'all who's going to be our guest today. We got D-Grub today, Mario coming through today. But I said, you know what? The name of this show is Inside the Trenches, and our next guest played Inside the Trenches. That's right, a native of New Orleans, went to St. Aug High School, right, the Purple Knights, right? Went to LSU after that, played some years at LSU. Actually, his freshman year, LSU went to a national championship. Unfortunately, lost it. Later on, this player got drafted in the 2014 draft, third round to the Carolina Panthers, baby. That's why I went first time coming out going to the NFL. 5-time Pro Bowlers and also played in the Super Bowl 50. Our next guest, give him a nice Inside the Trenches round of applause. Trai Turner, baby.
Man, welcome, brother. Blessings to be here. What's up?
Well, blessings. Trai, man, welcome, brother, welcome. We had a lot to talk about off air. It was like, hold on, wait a second, man. Let's wait. So I wanna start off here. You know, you get to LSU and y'all class, like you were talking about, that 2011 class was serious. You, Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry. Talk to our viewers about Lyell's in that class. And I think you just answered your questions about who's still playing too. So talk to us about some of those guys, what it was like coming in that class.
Man, I think we had one of the most special classes to come through there. And I say that with all due respect, because I know there's been some boys that done played in that purple and gold. But if you look at the amount of players that we had and the amount of guys that we had go to the next level, you know, from college, I just think, you know, we hold our own. You know, especially with the mass, we had quite a few. It wasn't just one or two. It was quite a few of us that was in there. We was in there for a good bit. So I definitely think we held it down for a minute.
Well, see, there's a big three, right? I mean, it's about impact too. And, you know, your impact coming in as an offensive lineman, being a Pro Bowler. We know Odell, the big catch, that impact, the years in the league. And Jarvis, so y'all can probably make an argument that you got to worry about your other St. Aug guy, Leonard, because he going to argue their class.
And that's the thing, bro. That make it so special that each year, you know, you try to top the next year and you try to top the next year. And that's what make that lineage. I mean, you know it. You know what I'm saying? That's what make that lineage so strong. You know, you want to come in and you got so much to look forward to and to carry on. It's really what it is. So, man, the other day, you know, we went to the game and we had a chance to kind of bask in that stuff, and I was able to, you know, go on the wall and see these little different things, and it's like, damn, it just bring back a lot of memories. You know, just how all that stuff went, man. It's definitely cool to get back for sure. I'm glad we ran into each other so we could be right here, man.
100.
Perfect, brother.
Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna backtrack you, brother.
All right.
Because of course I heard the high school that you attend, and so I'll just have you tell the people where you're from and where it all started at.
Man, so I'm born and raised in New Orleans, a true New Orleans product. I went to, let's see where I started. Started at Osborne. Went to Osborne. Went to Avery Alexander, a McDonald 39 for like my grade years or whatever, and then got to St. Aug. Went to St. Aug for 7th grade, and then Hurricane Katrina happened. You know, everybody got displaced, and then came back home and ended up going back to St. Aug and finished at St. Aug, and you know, it was a time, man. It was a great experience, man. I went to school with some ballers. Had a great coach. Coach Dave Johnson was my coach. Shout out to Dave. He's at Florida State right now. He's a phenomenal coach. I say he came sophomore year, or end of my sophomore year, like going into my junior year, and kind of just changed the trajectory of like my whole situation. I think I got my first offer my sophomore year after the season, and we went to Tennessee camp. What school you said?
O'Hara Walker.
We went to school with Walker, bro. So Coach Dave, it was Coach Dave and I think Skip was the coach at Walker at the time. Yeah, Coach Skip. So we all on this bus. Is myself. It's a couple names. Anthony Johnson. Tyron Matthew. Quarterback Powell at the time was there. Yeah. We all together on this bus, bro. And we all meet up at St. August, like I say about 12 kids and like 2 or 3 coaches. And we get on a bus, bro. We don't make it past the twin span before we catch a flat.
Oh man,
that's a New Orleans story.
So we fixed the flat. They fixed the flat, and then we hit the road, man. We go to Tennessee. And that was our first time, like, really going to a camp, like a big, getting out the city, and it was a big thing, man. And when I tell you everybody balled, I mean, Tyron balled, Anthony was Anthony, Freak.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I had a chance to see, I had another big guy by the name of Jonah Austin. Jonah is 6'5", 300 pounds. He eventually committed to LSU, but at the time, we ain't had really no offers. Nobody really knew who no one was like that. Went to Tennessee camp, they threw us in the fire, and before you know it, I think 2-3 people came back with offers, and then before you know it, the next week they had a whole bunch of schools just popping in, trying to see what's going on, at 2,600. So yeah,
that's pretty cool. That's tight.
Well, brother, and there's more connections between O'Hara Walker and St. Aug right now, because you realize y'all head coach is a graduate from O'Hara Walker, and that's Coach Valdez.
Man, shout out to Coach Valdez. He is doing some things.
Because he definitely got y'all
boys.
going in the right direction.
Definitely.
Facts.
Definitely.
Now, I'm so good. Obviously, I'm aware of you. Obviously, you from New Orleans. Anybody from New Orleans, I'm aware of. And I didn't take it personal because I had you on our draft board to actually draft you. But unfortunately, you end up going to the Carolina Panthers. Now, I'm going to tell you how much I know about you, just for the simple fact that you were there when you guys were really pounding, grounding it. Yeah. And you were a part of that initiative. And it was really about the guard play, the interior of the offensive line that helped dominate through those years. And if I'm not mistaken, that was also the year that...
Big boy, huh? They had 35. Was your running back?
Tobe. He was in the mix.
So you got, and that was the year that Cam won MVP.
Yeah.
So I'm aware of those successful years that you guys faced in New Orleans Saints. How did it actually feel to play against, you being from New Orleans, to be in the Carolina Panthers uniform and play against the New Orleans Saints?
Man, I'm going to sum it up like this. I'm going to make y'all laugh. It feels so good until you look in the stands and when you're in the league, you pay for those tickets. You don't get no tickets for free.
Right. For sure.
You gotta pay for them tickets. So when it's the first time that it's happened, I was fortunate to play there a few years, so it kind of got like, I was always special. Don't get me wrong, but then it was like, all right, now everybody can't come now. We gonna play. I'm definitely gonna be here next year. We gonna figure this out. Right. But my first game, man, I can't tell you if we won or we lost, but I know for sure I had about 20, between 20, 25 people there. I didn't make no money that game. Let's
Right.
say that. I played that game for free.
Exactly.
But when I looked up, I seen a lot of my aunties and my uncle. Now this was their first time going to Saints game. You know, I'm privileged, but I ain't that privileged. You know?
Right.
So it was like a lot of their first time, you know, going to games and like in the Superdome, you know, for something like that. Man, when I tell you these people had on Saints jerseys,
Oh.
It's like, hold on, man. Wait. Y'all can at least come on, man.
Right.
Bruh.
And I know you ain't buy no cheap tickets.
bro. No, look, I wanted to see him.
Everybody
Yeah,
knows.
so they had to be right there. Yeah,
Right.
right.
You see, I'm looking at my people, man. You know, my mama repped out.
Right.
That's
They
right, yeah,
repped
yeah.
out, you know.
All time.
You know, my cousin, my partners and stuff, they repped out. But then I looked at like my people, like my aunts, my uncles, you know, I'm like, damn, what they got on? Like, what's going on? But it just go to show you how deep that, you know,
Right.
that Saint pride goes. But man, it was a blessing, man, just to come down here to upset some of them sometimes when we
Yeah.
You know what
More
I'm
times
saying?
more times it won't be mixed.
After the game,
Especially them
you know what's crazy? That I just had a chance to see Brandon LaFell.
Yeah, to see
Okay.
that
Just,
weekend.
this past weekend, and I told him that specifically, bro, because we just chop it up talking about, you know, old stuff, and I'm like, bro, it's crazy. Y'all really started a run. Now I was there to continue to run, but he was specifically, it was that game they played against San Fran, and just the dominance and like how that really it didn't create the mantra for keep pounding, but it exuded that. Like you was able to show that and like understood the meaning behind it based upon that film. And they won the South that year, I believe, in New Orleans.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
doubled back the next year, won the South in New Orleans, then I think we won 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, sure did. If y'all just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, we're joined by Trai Turner. Follow him on Instagram at TTurner21. Drip Dog got the swag on y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, got represent out with the Nola boy.
Man, you know.
He worked hard for it in the trenches.
Now, before I get into my
Deserve it,
next question, you from Gentilly, from the Seven Wall?
From the Seven Wall,
Seven
yeah.
Wall hard head, huh?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Call it
that, huh? That's pretty cool, and like I said, you come back home. That's the heart of the city.
Oh,
Them
sure.
25 people that came in there. That's family, family.
Yeah.
I want to stick to
Some
you.
of them ain't make it back.
Yeah. With the wrong jersey on, he can have to tell you.
Oh, look at them coming next
To the
time.
best of us.
When you think about your journey, so you spend your first 5 years in the NFL in Carolina. Man, I think back to that because that's why I went first. I went undrafted, high priority. Bojangles, that's the first thing I thought when I got out there. But the Bojangles used to hit. In Carolina, what I liked about it, and I wonder if you feel the same way, you're kind of down south still, but they kind of got a little bit of up north swag. And you got Myrtle Beach, a couple hours away, and you know it was just a good time out
Virginia,
there.
a couple of more.
Definitely,
Yes, indeed.
that was different out there.
Yeah.
Like, one
Yeah.
thing I will say, like being able to, if you drove south, you was in Atlanta. Like you said,
Right.
you drove north, you was almost in Virginia or something like that. You drove east, you in like Tennessee-ish. So you had different, you know, little routes and different things that you could do. Like, you know, being from New Orleans, it was different when you were able to see like plains and you were able to see like scales and mountains and stuff. Like, if I'm driving rather than it just being flat, like I'm going up and down hills. It just was different. And then also the people.
Yeah.
The people was different as far as you know, New Orleans or the South in general is very even if you don't want to, it's still personable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was my first time dealing with people where everybody was just like on their own, you know what I'm saying?
they ain't got no
Because it's
time.
the South, like you said,
Yeah.
but it's a lot
kinda-
of transplants. It's different.
Back at the banking central of the Louisiana of the United States, you know,
Yeah.
that's where all that Bank of
A
America.
lot of money out there.
yeah,
a
it's-
lot of money
Sure,
out
Bank
there.
of America started in Carolina.
It's a different deal. So your first stop from there was with the Chargers.
Yeah.
You were there for what, 9 games?
Yeah.
Talk about that experience.
So
out there.
I was in Carolina for 6, and then I got traded. Me and Russell Okun got traded, so he went to Carolina. I went to the Chargers. So I had a season there. It was weird, bro. The first week that I got there, we was playing. We was getting ready to play, I believe, Cincinnati or something, and we in practice. And one of the safeties was coming down to make like a play or something and kind of rolled into my knee, and I had an MCL sprain. Long story short, so this happened on like a Wednesday. The game on a Sunday. The way that the West Coast work is, if you playing on the East Coast, you normally would leave on Friday, not Saturday. So you leave Friday, you chilling on Saturday, getting ready for the game on Sunday. So we fly out. I'm like, man, I just don't feel right. They got me in this hotel room, like trying to practice with a brace, but it's happened so fast that you can't get a custom brace that fast. It's just not possible. So I'm practicing with like this makeshift brace. This is my first game now. So, you want to make an impression, but then you also realize, like, it's a business, too.
Yeah, it's real.
So I set that one out, came back the next week, playing through, I think I played maybe 4 or 5 games.
Right.
And come back and practice. Craziest thing, bro. Come and practice, bro, I hit a split.
What the?
Wow.
Come on,
so
man.
the practice facility, y'all gonna understand.
Keeping it $1.
You gonna understand this. So the practice facility was on like, it was makeshift, if that makes sense. It was on top of like a concrete, and they basically made the fill on that. So it's not like the grass was like soldered in. So anytime you would step, it would give. It's dirt under it. So if it gets soft or whatever, it give. Long story short, I did a split, bro. I tore my adductor.
What the?
I tore my adductor in 2020, and then I missed.
It's the COVID year.
Yeah, missed X amount of games. I come back. We played the Patriots. I think I got this right. You can look it up. We played the Patriots. We got smacked. Talking about we got smacked. They fired Anthony Lynn the next day.
Yeah, I remember that, bro.
After that, and then after that happened, it just was a whole different shift.
Right.
Finished out the season. Then after the season, it was like, all right, we're gonna let you go. Like, all right.
That's crazy. So one season, then you go to Pittsburgh, and then you go to Washington. You was at Washington for a year. So you basically yeared it out.
Yeah, my last 4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Well, I'll still bring you back to your time in Carolina, brother. You were there when Sam Mills was still around him, correct?
No,
he had passed
He
already?
had passed, but I was with Sam Mills Jr.
The junior, that's my dog. Yeah.
So I would say yes to that question, because they definitely spoke the same words for sure. Yeah.
So my question what is the impact of Sam Mills to you personally as a player and as a former member of the Carolina Panthers?
So I had a chance to watch like highlights, and then I had a chance to like formally get down and get to know Sammy. And we always had to keep pounding mantra, and then like it's inside the jersey, it's inside the facility and stuff. But like you don't really understand how deep it is, how impactful it is until I guess you're immersed in the culture. So it's like one thing to watch a video on it, it's one thing to kind of talk about it, but when you kind of in it, you hear it, and it's not like it's just a word. It's something that to us when Coach Rivera was there, it was beating to us every day. Right. The keep pounding mentality, the mentality of never giving up and never stopping, and it became like energy, if that makes sense, like to where it carried more than into life than it did just with football. If that makes sense. Like, if you're dealing with some stuff at home, like your grandparents, your mother, your brother, your sister, man, you got to keep pounding. We got to keep enduring. We got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because that's essentially what it's about. Like, everything won't go your way. You know what I'm saying? You're going to come through some triumphs, and you're going to come through some turmoils. It's just about how you respond to everything. And something that was big about keep pounding was staying even killed. Never being too high and never being too low. You got to stay even killed. Even when you're having the best of times, you still got to keep pounding. It's easy to let up when it's good. You know what I'm saying? But you got to keep pounding. You got to keep going. And it's funny because I didn't really understand that message until you go through certain situations or circumstances or whatever, whether that be personally on the field, like whether you're playing a good player, it ain't going the best to the way that you wanted to go, but you're like, man, let me just keep going, let me just keep trying, and that's essentially what it was about. And I think that set the tone for our 2015 season.
Right.
That Super Bowl run, man, what that was like, bro.
MVP Super Bowl run.
That was fun,
nuts.
huh?
That was nuts, bro. It started off with like the hard work, the passion, and keep pounding, and then it started to like turn over to like we was keeping pounding now, but it was like how much we gonna win by this week? You know what I'm saying? Like it came from. It started as a like, hey, we gonna show everybody to like, all right, we know. They may not know, but we know. So what we gonna do this week? Or what you gonna do this week? It became such a like competitive spirit within each other. It's like I know in the O-line run specifically, like so that was my first Pro Bowl season. And there was another guy that played left guard, Andrew Noel. That's my ace. That's my man's. Me and this dude before the game, he like, I'm headhunting. What you got going on? I'm with you. like, I was, I got 2. How many you got? I said, I'm gonna get 5. I'm gonna get 6. You aiming at 2? I said, I'm trying to get 2 a quarter. You know what I'm saying? So it's that competitiveness and then in addition to having Cam, like the way you see Cam is, if you balling, like it take his game to another level, and then he balling gonna bring your game to another level. And I think it was just contagious between the whole team. And we was underdogs. Like we ain't nothing to prove to nobody but ourselves. For real. So
that's fire though.
it made it fun, dog. Like to go into the game. I ain't never felt like that since, bro. Like, bro, how much we gonna win by today, bro? Like, that's crazy.
Right. Probably since 2011, your freshman year in college.
Literally.
That's wild.
Literally.
Well, and
that's what it felt like. It felt like college.
Right.
And I'm so young and naive in the league. Like, in my second season, I'm like, oh, it's gonna always be like this. Boy.
Well, we know you definitely had fun that year, brother. Pro Bowl, Super Bowl. I'm sure this hadn't happened many times because there's no one on this show, there's no one listening right now that would ever take 5 Pro Bowls likely, and I'm gonna stand on that.
Straight up.
Who was your toughest opponent in the National Football League?
Man, I played this dude twice a year for 7 years. Yeah, 7 years, and I had the chance. 6 years, and I had the chance of playing with him for a season. Gerald McCoy.
Yeah.
Gerald McCoy was a dog. Like I played some really, 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 really good D tackles. Like honestly, I probably played some really good ones that if I name them, you might have to go just check them out. Cause if I ever tell you, bro, like it's one thing knowing when you playing a dog. And then there's another thing when, 92 come out there, and you're like, man, he wasn't really on the scout report. Oh, really? And he just do something, and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Right.
Hold on, man. It's supposed to just be, a taper down from what I just was facing. It seemed like this more than what I just had going on. But I would definitely say Gerald McCoy. I played Aaron Donald quite a few times. Got a lot of respect for him. Yeah. A lot of respect for that dude, Fletcher Cox. Yeah. Like, I played some real dogs. If you really want to take it back,
for him to retire.
What?
He played for him.
I was in Washington with him.
Bro, Justin Babineau.
Oh yeah.
Like I could name some older names that's like when I was fresh into the league, that was just like, man, these dudes is crazy. What's the dude that played in Abram or something?
John Abram.
Yeah. It's right, 'cause you came to the league in 2014. No, yeah.
24. So I caught like the tail end of like, I caught Justin. What's his name? Justin
Smith.
No, not Justin Smith.
He was crazy.
No, J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt in Houston.
Right.
That's like, right. So it was like
that was his MVP.
Yeah. So it's like I caught a lot of and held my own against a lot of them boys too. Let me just say that. But
5 Pro Bowls saves it all, bro.
I appreciate you, bro. Right. But man, I definitely came, and it's so crazy because I look at the game now, and it's so different. Like if you look at the build and like how these dudes play, it's so different than how Gerald McCoy played, in my opinion.
Right.
Or even like somebody like Dominican Sue. I had a chance to play him, and outside of just being like super, super strong, like dude was just
he's different.
You know what I'm saying? Like he just was nice, not a nice dude. You know what I'm saying? But like the game changed. Everybody friends. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know, before the game, we flicking up. After the game, we flicking up. Right? It's funny because it done been time like Fletcher Cox. That's my dog. Like we cool. Like, but after we done beat him a couple of times, I done seen him just take off, run off the field.
Yeah,
there ain't no love lost. It's just the competition that you know what I'm saying. But it's just different. You know what I'm saying? Different era, different understanding of the game, in my opinion.
No, that's serious.
The times are definitely different.
Yeah.
And Dick Buckus is famous for saying that a football field is not a place to make friends.
Yeah,
and,
no, for sure.
The time, I always claim the fame that I am a dinosaur, so I do understand what you say about that, brother.
Definitely.
Time has definitely changed.
Now, all right, so you and you say you were teammates with McCoy. Y'all was well together. Washington.
I know Carolina.
So yes, he did. That's right.
He came to Carolina.
So what? Three Pro Bowls was in Carolina. How many Pro Bowls?
All
five of them was there. Okay, I figured that.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, obviously, that 2015 was probably one of your more favorite ones.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
That was the only sucky part about that, and I'm gonna say this, and I think you're gonna understand this. Like, I would never trade going to the Super Bowl. Never trade that. But to have lost, it's getting kicked off the top of a mountain. Like, you on a mountain for at the top of a mountain for a month straight. Everybody love you, can't do no wrong, and then you lose the game and they just rope you off the field. You know, confetti for the other teams, like that, and they really just kicked me off this hill.
The night, the night trash night. Man, we lost.
Yeah,
everybody talking about where they going on vacation.
And look, and to make you laugh, it was the icing on the cake. The Pro Bowl had already happened. You know, they started doing it before the Super Bowl, and it was the last Pro Bowl in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, boy, that was nice. Huh?
That would have been nice. That would have been nice. But you know, I had a good time when we went to Florida. It was cool. It was cool.
Man, that's funny, bro.
I've definitely been to them Pro Bowls in in Hawaii, Honolulu to be
exact. Bro, that's. Yeah. I know a different level. I already know.
Waikiki at the beach.
I want to talk about your LSU years, 12, 13, and 14.
Yeah.
LSU was kind of going through a plateau, I mean, all your years. Let me see. You had Jordan, and the rest was Mettenberger, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
You had Jerry Lee Jordan. Yeah. Well, they was swapping out your freshman year.
Yeah.
Mettenberger. Mettenberger comes from Georgia.
Yeah.
And I mean, him and Jarvis and Odell is legendary, right? You think about those years. But it was at a time where LSU was in a rebuild. You know, Coach Miles was trying to, I think y'all were the first crew that started to come through and kind of put the NFL on a pedestal. Like, come to LSU, you're going to automatically go to the NFL. Talk about that transition.
Yeah, no, I think you just hit it on the head.
Yeah, bro.
I think you just hit it on the head. I could be honest. That was my thought process. Like, I'm here 3 years and I'm out, and I did that probably a little off brand than what most people have done it. I redshirted. A lot of them boys like Odell, Lyle, Jarvis, they played our freshman year, so they came in and they took right off. Anthony, they took right off. They played free. I mean, so when I came in, I redshirted. I was just like, all right, I'm just on the team. I had never felt that before. I never had that before, so it was super different. But it never changed my goal.
Right.
My goal was always to do 3 and out, especially after I figured out you could still go 3 and out.
Right.
So I'm like, cool, whatever. Not wait my turn, but I guess I got to at this point. But like I said, I came in with some dogs, bro. I played with some dogs. They had some dogs there before me. You know how it is, bro. When you there, they're recruiting each year to get you out of there.
Right.
You know,
replace you.
Yeah, exactly. So. It took me not my redshirt freshman year, I think game 3 or 4, for me to even really get some good burn, and it was unfortunately because somebody had got hurt. So someone had got hurt, they threw me in there. We was playing against Florida. I was playing against Florida and playing like Dominic Easley and them boys. Held my own, and then the next week, funny enough, we were playing South Carolina. It was I think it was a game day game. We was playing Clowney and them, and we beat them boys. And from that game, I started, and I started my next. I think I only started like 18 games at LSU,
Right, because you was 3-0. We
I
redshirted after that.
played redshirt freshman. I played my redshirt sophomore. I started every game that year, and then I left.
Yeah, the 12 season, 13 season, 14 draft.
Yeah.
Odell did the same. Well, Odell did the 4 years because he played.
Well, no, 3.
3.
It's
I'm
still
sorry.
3.
Yeah,
Still 3. But they played 3 seasons. I only played 2 seasons.
2 seasons. That's right, and still drafted. Third round's pretty high.
Now I went to the combine, ran 4.8. That's what happened.
For a move. Hey, that stock went up.
And 3 what?
I was 310.
310.
Yeah, 310.
What was your playing weight most of your time in the league?
In the league, man, like you talk about the guards, bro. They wanted us to be big.
That's
right.
Yeah,
Probably
bro.
330, 340.
Yeah,
That made my ass go there.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, and
Interior boy at 330, 340.
it was good when you
fighting
could sit down and eat. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But then when I got to get on these feet, I'm like, hold on, coach, you gotta.
Yeah.
So I hovered around like the 320 to 325 range.
Yeah.
If I was 330, I was hurting out there, bro.
Yeah, the low back.
Yeah, I was hurting. Yeah. I was hurting.
No doubt.
It's a Baton Rouge station. ESPN to be exact.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give us an LSU story.
LSU story.
It don't have to be the wildest. I know y'all boys got some stories.
Man.
I sit next to
I
him every
digress.
week. So I already what?
Man, let me think about that. Bro, I didn't play with some crazy dudes, bro.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Free.
And the crazy part is, like, if I'm trying not to think about the crazy story, that's all that's coming to mind. The crazy story. Like, damn. I'm gonna give you a story about me.
There you go.
Come on. I love my girl was like, when you come down, make sure you talk about yourself. I'm like,
There you go.
Come on.
So, man, this was my freshman year. We was at afternoon workouts. You know, the freshman workouts like 4 p.m. Man, terrible. It's hot outside. You know, tired from the whole day. And it was probably like our second or third week on campus, man. And it was Coach Moffitt, bro. Coach Moffitt just.
Oh, you already know.
He just a man. You gotta know him. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know him.
110 is different, bro.
Bruh, different. Oh, I got a story. I got 2 stories for you.
All right,
I got two stories. So, man, we going there. I'm getting ready for workouts and stuff. All the freshmen meet, and we all huddle up. And Ben Akione was my like workout coach or whatever. You know, they had the subset workout coaches or whatever. And we all huddle up. Be like, hey man, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta make sure y'all make it to class. Y'all messing up. So I'm like, I made it to class. I don't know what you talking about. I'm handling my stuff. And this our 3rd week, so I'm making sure I'm on cue.
Right.
So Coach Mafia huddles us up. He's like, hey fellas, we got, I think it was 300 or 400 up downs. That's unrealistic. That's unrealistic. Like, that's not real. And we had already been doing up downs prior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know what's going on. So I'm like, why is this? And it's the same reason that Ben said, we missing class, we not on time. Now, at LSU, it's all for one for all. They don't care who it is. Like, everybody get it. You in this group, oh, you getting it.
Right.
So I'm like, whatever. I'm a part of the squad. I'm part of this team, Let's go Tigers. Doing my up downs. I said, we got about 75.
That's where we at.
About 75. Yeah. And, like, I just stood up. And, get your...
Mafia, you know.
So now I'm like, hold on, man. Like, I ain't even do nothing. What's going on? You mother, blah, blah, blah. I know it's probably a family station. I can't really say
They know what's going on in
Baton Rouge. I really want to
Rouge.
say... He said, either you get down right now or you walk up out of here. You done. Fave. I walked up out of there.
He pulled a J-Rock. No, Jeremy Jones did the same thing, bro. We were on the 110s. We had to do like 24 that day. He got the 10 and he just kept running in the locker room. Man, I ain't doing all that. Tell Moffitt he tripping.
Bro.
That's a freshman thing right there.
I left, man, when everybody like, no, man, listen, I'm going to another school. I'm walking out there. I'm strutting out that thing. Bro, I hit the door, bro. Coach, the dude I told you, Ben, he come grab me. Hey, man, you losing your mind, blah, blah, blah. Ended up being okay, I thought. Like, they let me come back in and everything was just fine. I didn't do the one up down.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so in my mind, I'm like, shit, I done bucked the system.
Right.
So after workout, that boy said, "Hey man, make sure you be here at 5 a.m." I was doing pencil rolls from 5 a.m.
man.
for 2 weeks straight.
Wow.
Yeah, man. But I did it.
Yeah, hey, brother. Hey, they gonna get it out you, man.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Well, man, Trai, before we go, bro, we always like to ask our guests to talk. That's your camera over there.
Oh.
Man, you're a Pro Bowl offensive lineman. It's lots of young athletes watch this show. Any bit of advice you got for the young player trying to be the next Trai Turner?
Damn, that's heavy. My biggest advice is to always believe and trust and count on yourself. There's been a lot of people and a lot of situations that may make you kind of second guess what you're trying to do and how you're trying to get it done. But as long as you have your route and your plan together, I truly believe nobody can stop you. And, you know, a lot of people want to take credit for your success, but not many people raise their hands and say they played a part in the failure. So I'm big on making sure that I take care and I dot my I's and I cross my T's. So at the end of the day, it falls on me. And I know that sounds like I'm saying that, you know, I do it by myself and I'm alone, but that's not what I'm saying. There's a bunch of positive people and a bunch of people that was along my journey, but I made sure I did most of the work. I couldn't expect somebody to do more than I was willing to do and the work that I was willing to put in. So that would be my word of advice.
Y'all heard that. That's free game for you right there. Well, he's Trai Turner, 5-time Pro Bowler, drafted 3rd round to the Carolina Panthers, LSU Tiger, baby. Y'all know how we do it. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Hey, Trai, this ain't your last time, bro. We got to get you come back on here next month.
I'm trying to, you know, make it a thing. You know, I want to be on.
That's what. Hello, somebody. Y'all heard it first here. Now, look, hey, now we're going to talk a little call in St. Aug next time you come on here.
Ain't no problem with
Hey,
that.
look, hold on, wait. Before we go though,
No,
I
wait,
will
we
say,
gotta- come on.
shout out the car though. Shout out the car. Will say the way that, and shout out to St. Aug for
Yeah.
sure. But shout out the car, the way that they represent for the city. I think that's major. I mean, maybe in y'all lifetime y'all seen it. I hadn't seen that, especially like being a ranked football from Louisiana in New Orleans. Now I seen it in like, you know, West Monroe and, you know, and that, you know, that's nice. But in the city, you know, I love that, bro. Especially what them kids doing, bro. They got some nice kids over there, man. Them boys balling.
Well, Trai, you, Tyron, you know, Leonard, like, even on the car side, you got Speedy.
Yeah.
You know, you got some guys coming out. Just like the message you told the kids.
Yeah.
Them call players and St. Aug players hearing this, bro. So
definitely.
For sure.
your story, bro, is definitely inspiring.
No,
There's a lot of cats that went to Carl. There's a lot of cats that went to Walker. There's a lot of cats that went to St. Aug. Not too many of them 5-time Pro Bowlers.
Nah, I appreciate that.
That's a blessing, man.
It is, bro. Testament to the work for sure. Testament to
Man,
the work.
we want to ask you that too. So what you got going on now? You back home?
Man, so I'm acclimating. And what I mean by that is I'm acclimating to getting on my own schedule. Okay. Like I'm getting in the space, and now, you know, this is my 2nd year out the NFL, so I'm kind of comfortable now with I guess my day-to-day. You know, I said last year it was like my first time figuring it out. Like, okay, am I working out? Am I rehabbing? Am I trying to, you know, self-reflect and my self-build? And I say at this time I'm trying to work on and seeing if I want to do a passion project or if I'm, you know, trying to attain like a career or something. I don't know exactly what phase I'm at. I'm trying to figure that out. But I think me sitting here and chopping it up with y'all to help, you know what I mean, guide and direct that. You know
Yeah, Trai said he gonna do a guest segment on here. We're gonna go inside the trenches, inside the interior line, baby. Hey, it's coming, y'all. Stay tuned now.
Gotta get it going.
Well, that was fun, man. It's always good to have my LSU Tigers come on here, my NFL brothers as well. Big ups to my man Trai Turner. Y'all make sure once again follow him Turn21 on Instagram. Big time LSU Tiger, man, NFL player. And now, hey, he trying to tell y'all, man, he about to get behind the mic like me and CL. Hello, somebody. I love it, bro. I love it.
I got a face for TV, though. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, and I got a face for radio.
And I think we all got a face for Hawaii.
Hello, somebody. That part. Hey, look.
With you.
Hey,
With
look,
you.
COVID, man, look, me and my wife went there back right before I went train for the combine. Boy, I didn't want to leave, dog. Oh, man. Waikiki, too, boy.
Clear
right?
water, right?
Sure.
Oh, man, you drive around the island in an hour, boy. What?
Yeah.
Did you have the roasted pig in the ground? You had that?
Man, so I didn't get a chance to go.
Oh yeah.
And then I did go to
25 cent Mai Tais?
Maui though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Maui.
Maui, yeah, that's tight.
That was a little bit more laid back though.
Yeah, all the action on Waikiki. Yeah.
No, I gotta make it out there. We gonna go.
We gonna
go.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Pro Bowler.
Well, it's inside the trenches. Y'all don't go nowhere. Incidentally speaking, we're gonna talk Saints, baby. You know, we got mid-season. We gotta see what's up. Who that? Definitely. It's inside the trenches. He's Trai Turner, CL Nola. We'll be back right here on ESPN Baton Rouge, live on YouTube. Hello, somebody.